Heidi ho neighbors, Rado Goji here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 5. Again! When we left off, we were in Protoman's castle, and I was talking about Doctor Who, and why I'm not excited for the new season, pretty much. Previously in the discussion, I basically said it was more pretentious, it reminded me too much of Tim Burton, and it appealed more to hipsters than me. I don't hate the actors at all. I think Matt Smith does a good job with what he has. I think that he was a good actor to portray that manner of Doctor. But I think that I don't like the way he's written. He's too much like. I mean, I don't know how he's going to be now, because they're trying to make him dark and brooding and. Oh, I have a dark secret, I'm really a killer and stuff like that. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a wonderful person who wants to help people. And when it comes to, it's... I understand it can never be hard to lose, it can never be easy to lose companions or people that you care about. But people, when the and I do apologize for major spoilers if you're not caught up, because there will be major spoilers for Doctor Who. I'm going to actually go ahead and put that in the description. I am going to put that in the description. Major spoilers for Doctor Who. Even though this is a Mega Man game. But I'm talking about something, so it's better than dead air. But, when the pawns died before the mid-season break, which I thought was, stupid to have in the first place, because they only gave us, 2 episodes. I know it was more than that, but that's an exaggeration, 2 episodes. It was more like 5, but still, 4. And it was 4 episodes, and that's still a very low number of episodes to have before a mid-season break. I guess they just wanted to leave it on that cliffhanger with the pawns. But, I didn't cry, because I seem to be the only person in the world to acknowledge the fact that there were other companions who have died. I seem to be one of the only people who knows that while there were more than, the only thing that people know about when it comes to the older Doctors is the fact that there were other actors who played him. Nobody knows about any of the companions besides Sarah Jane Smith. And I like Sarah Jane Smith just as much as the next person, but there were other companions that I really liked that barely get any representation at all. I like Jamie McCrimmon. I thought he was a great companion. Didn't like Audric. I'm on the bandwagon with not liking Audric. At least as far as the bandwagon goes with old Who fans, but I like Tegan. I like Perry. I like Ace. Ace is probably my favorite of the companions. It's like a toss up between Ace and Jamie. Ace kicked so much ass. And while the 7th Doctor was not my favorite, Ace was my favorite companion. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that out there. But I've seen companions die. I've seen Audric die, and I may not have liked Audric that much, but he went out like a badass. Basically, saving the world by, I guess I don't know if he steered the ship into the past or whatever, but he went out like a badass, and I'll give him credit for that. That's the only good thing I'll say about Audric. The rest of the time, he was just a whiny bitch. But at the end of the day, most people started watching maybe when Tennant was around. Most people I know started watching when Matt Smith was around. And, the Pawns were the only companions that they knew besides maybe River Song. And, like I said, I don't hate Matt Smith. I didn't hate the Pawns. I thought the Pawns were awesome. But I didn't cry when they died. Oh, here's a boss. If anything, I kind of gained solace in the fact that they were happy in the end. Crystal Eye, maybe? This is the guy with the barrier, by the way. Is it Crystal Eye? Is Crystal Eye your weakness? Yes. Crystal Eye is his weakness. And I'm just going to go ahead and die there, because I have more than one life, and I'd rather go in with full health. I don't know if I did that before. I'll use the energy tank this time around. It should the need arise. I'm going to take you out this time. He's a lot easier to handle than the tank guy, I will say that. Okay, that was not bad at all. He still has that erratic walking pattern, though, of like, I'm gonna walk into you and stay there. So it's basically the same sort of thing as the tank guy now. Yeah, I hate bosses like this. Thankfully, they learned their lesson and didn't make any more bosses like this, as far as I know, for the remainder of the Mega Man series. If I ever do Mega Man 6, I will, you know, love the fact that the enemies aren't Charge Man or the Protoman guys. That's what I'm gonna call them, is the Protoman guys. I know what they're called, but they're called Darkman, I think. Darkman? The Darkman robots. But I'm just gonna call them Protoman guys, because that sounds a lot more fun to say. But, you know, I just don't like the direction that the writing has been going in lately. The only thing I'm really excited for, as far as Doctor Who this coming season, is the fact that it's the 50th anniversary, and unless they want to screw everything up royally, they're going to have a team-up. Because major anniversaries always call for a team-up. Unless the show is canceled at the time. If the show is canceled at the time, you don't have to worry about it. But, you know, 10th anniversary, they had the 3 Doctors, which were, you know, they had Hartnell, they had Troughton, they had Pertwee. And it was awesome. The 5 Doctors, they had... Unfortunately, William Hartnell was not in that because he was dead at the time, but they did get someone else to fill in the shoes, and he did a good job as well. You know, you had Troughton, you had Pertwee, who is... You know, between him and Tom Baker... It's very much a toss-up between who I like more. 2 1-ups in a row. Thank you, game. I'm grateful for that. Just know that, despite the fact that I might be, you know, I might get cross with you sometimes, I don't hate this game. This is very much a part of my childhood. But, you know, if I had to pick a favorite Doctor, it would be a toss-up between 3rd and 4th. John Pertwee and Tom Baker. You know, Tom Baker is everyone's favorite because he was the most prolific. I just love the way that the 3rd Doctor is, like his personality. And quite frankly, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but I haven't seen a Doctor I don't like. I mean, as much as I might say about the 11th Doctor and the way he's written, I still like the way that he's portrayed. I mean, not the way that he's portrayed as in paper, but like the good job that Matt Smith does. It's a redeeming factor in something I don't normally like. So even though I don't like the way he's written, and in some ways the way he's portrayed, I do still think that Matt Smith does a good job with what he has. I mean, I even like Colin Baker. Because he's a snarky asshole, and it's hilarious to watch him interact with people. I mean, a lot of people do give Colin Baker crap because he is kind of the reason why the series was canceled the first time. And by the first time, I mean, like in between the 6th and 7th Doctor, there was a little bit of cancellation. Then they brought him back with Sylvester McCoy, and Sylvester McCoy was awesome, but then there were still low ratings, and they canceled it right out. But even, like, you know, 25th anniversary, they had Colin Baker and Patrick Troughton. I didn't really mention the five Doctors much. I like the five Doctors, but it didn't have Tom Baker in it. That's the main thing. It didn't have Tom Baker in it because he refused to be on there. 25th anniversary, you had Patrick Troughton and Colin Baker, which was still fun to see. You had was Beat still? Yeah, Beat's still gone. How come I can't jump there very well? Oh, well, I'm not gonna bother for those power-ups because I don't trust myself with the platforming, and I think that's the game over for that. Which is fine. I'm fairly sure that you can just hit continue either way, and it'll be like, okay, here you go. You're back at the level you were just at. It's not an absolute dick like the Game Boy Mega Man games where it's like, okay, you're at Wily's Castle. Here's one level. You have to start the entire thing over. It's just a really long level. Like Mega Man 5 did. Where Wily Castle was one shmup stage that I was absolutely horrible at. And moving on to, you know, a really long stage. Oh, it is nothing but continue. Won't let you go back to the stage select, so I guess good and bad can come from it. I guess if you really want to go back to the stage select, you're out of luck. Because, you know, you can jump after you get hit, you know. Just saying. Anyway. So yeah, 25th anniversary, they had two Doctors, which I liked. 30th anniversary, even though the show wasn't on, they still had Dimensions of Time, or Dimensions in Time, which was absolute crap, but it was still something. It was still a team-up, in many ways. And I think even there was even that small thing with David Tennant and Peter Davison. I think that was the 40th anniversary for that. I could be wrong. But it was some kind of... I'm probably wrong in that, actually. But it was still some sort of team-up in between that, in that area. So unless they screw something up royally, there's going to be a team-up. I would love to see David Tennant again. I know Christopher Eccleston said he would want to do it again, if given the chance. I kind of want to see more than just the three new Doctors, though. I kind of want to see some old Doctors. I mean, I know that the first three are gone. But, you know, it's just a curiosity to see Paul McGann. And I haven't seen the made-for-TV movie with Paul McGann in as the 8th Doctor, but I kind of want to see it. Just to see how he is. Because, you know, that's the only thing that he was in besides audio dramas, and I haven't seen any of the audio dramas, and I kind of want to see, like, how Paul McGann's Doctor is. I'm very curious. You know, I mean, if it is the last three, then, you know, I guess that'd be understandable, but, you know, I kind of want to see some of the older ones again, even if they are, you know, older. I mean, during the two Doctors, you still had Patrick Troughton with gray hair. They didn't change it. They didn't give him, like, hair dye or anything like that. But, you know, I guess it depends on whether or not other actors would be willing to do it. I mean, I can still see Peter Davison doing it, obviously. He's like the second youngest after Matt Smith, but... So I guess he's in a bit more of a shape to do it. He's still acting and stuff. He's in, what is it, Law and Order UK. He's still acting. But, you know, then there's, like, the somewhat older ones, like, you know, Sylvester McCoy is still kind of, he's on the oldish side. I don't know if he'd be 100% willing to do it. Tom Baker, he's, not only, I mean, he's notorious for not doing team-ups, with the exception of Dimensions in Time, although he did say later that he regretted not doing 5 Doctors, and they just had to replace him with stock footage. But, you know, some of them are a little worse for wear, which is, you know, it's understandable seeing as they're getting older, but at the same time, you kind of want to see them in action. I'm going to use Power Stone on you because there's no other thing to use it with. I don't know if this is like a boss weakness besides the inevitable boss rush, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. And when we come back, more Protoman Castle, hopefully with less ranting about Doctor Who. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?